I love that we have you here today, Bruce, because I don't know what that necessarily looks like. I don't know if you like. We're ready to play as players, right? Like you're coming in there, like you know when the meetings are, or whatever. But it's like it almost feel like it would be easier to just have one series feed right into the other because there's not much time. But
there's
like
no thinking then.
Time on your side is a good thing, but it's also you got to use the time wisely. So how do you approach having some extra days off here?
Well, I mean, first of all, I've never been in a final, so I don't know how I would react to that. But I've been in the conference final and with time off. And I mean, the first day, the players just take off. We don't want you to think about anything. We want you to relax, be with your family. But the coaches all come in, and that's when the coaches all together.
While you're saying this, we're gonna jot down like we're gonna pretend that this is what's going on now, like how you'd address this week. So keep going. So today, Monday.
Monday, the coaches are in. They're probably not at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock like they're normally. They say 11 o'clock. Let's go in. Let's figure out what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it. Like I mean, and so I mean, depending on what each coach is different.
What happened to the schedule?
I don't know. He had a day off today, too.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But
I love you, Pete, but sorry. Let's go.
Wow. Each schedule is different, or what they want. Like, I mean, I've been where you want to be so overly prepared. Like, you get a book and you laminate it, you do all of these things, and you hand it to the players the next day before you start practice, and you go over what you want to go over. And I tell you what I found the first time I did it, the players read it or didn't read it. We went over it, looked at it. So, it might take an hour to go through these things, and then that's the last you hear about it. The next year I said, listen, here's the book, guys. Here's, when you're when you've got time and you want to go look at a page at a time, look at a page at a time. Don't get consumed with that. Then the third thing is you just look about, you think about, okay, let's just focus on our team. Let's not even focus on their team. But I mean, I think they would find a common ground in there. Okay, and then go over and practice. Like, I mean, maybe I don't know if they'd want to start on the power play right away. They'd probably start with what's Florida do? Like if I'm Edmonton, and they're great forecheckers, right? So you have drills where they're coming in and forcing you and what you do. And then the next day you might do special teams, power play versus penalty killing until the whole week goes by, and then you're prepared. But you don't overlook the fact on how you play. It's not all about looking at them. It's how you play and play well.
It's interesting, like you have to, as a player, you want to know as much as you can, but you also have to prepare yourself. So there's guys going through a whole bunch. There's treatment days. There's, okay, well, I have to ramp it up. I got to get the lungs opened up. I really have to work. It's not all rest. You still have to push yourself a little bit.
So where would you want that? Would you want that tomorrow on Tuesday?
No.
So I would do a lot.
You would not want that on Tuesday?
I would want it on Wednesday.
I would never take a day and do nothing in the playoffs.
No. Well, like, I mean.
As me as a player, like I would.
Oh, you'd probably work out today or
if it was 20 minutes just to get a sweat going. Otherwise, the next day I'd feel just awful. So you got to kind of body in motion stays in motion. When it comes to tactical things, give me a little bit each day, especially me. Just a little bit each day so I can really get a handle on what that is. I'd say you'd take 3 or 4 of the biggest things, like these are the 4 keys to win this series, and you might maybe bring those up every 5 minutes every day. You'd kind of hit those again. You'd tell your team, hey, this is what we have to remember, and then you'd go into the penalty kill one day, and then you do the forecheck one day, and this is the goalie. This is where he's susceptible one day, and you break it up into different days because we don't want to sit around and I can't focus for that long.
That's why I thought, like, okay, you do have them come work out.
So you do like a workout. You guys say like workout tomorrow, hard skate day Wednesday.
On Wednesday, because then you're not playing till Saturday. You got a lot of recovery time, and again, you're getting your wind. You know what kind of pace you're going to play at. You work on a few things with them. The couple things that you want to improve on as a team, you do that. But I mean, and then I don't know how much motivational stuff you need to do at this stage. Quite frankly, if you're not ready for the Stanley Cup final, I keep telling people, then you're not ready for anything. You don't need bulletin board stuff or anything.
Right. I think you'd probably it's a work day here. It's business day. It's not. You brought up something about, or maybe it was you, Repper, about families and tickets and travel and things like that. You probably try and get that
all done, right?
And here's the other thing. I didn't hear about you talking to, or coaches talking to the team managers about which hotels and where we're going to stay, where the meals are. We just went.
Yeah.
How many conversations would you have with team managers and
like, would you like to stay out of the fray? Like, the coaches get that, right? Like, you're in a city, and maybe this is the same hotel all year that all the teams stay at, but you want to kind of stay out on the outskirts a little bit. Do you ever have anything
Well,
like
you know
that?
what? Initially, I would probably take my leaders in and say, do we just want to keep the normal routine? Because hockey players are crazy about superstitions and routines, and they might. At the 1 year when we played Calgary, we all wanted to go to Banff. So we went to Banff to get away from it, get away from the crowds and everything else, and then came back and won the series. So, I mean, I always like using the players and asking them what they think, because in the end, it's all about them.
Players love coaches that do that, too.
Yeah.
And I want to go to Banff.
Yeah. And hey, I agree with what you said before, too. No binders. Yeah, we don't need that stuff.
You can give it to me. It's just
You can give it to me. Might not be read, but
I looked at it.
Yeah, we'll look at it once. But anyways, no, it was good. Thanks for breaking that down, Bruce, and see how these teams manage it and see how they start the Stanley Cup Finals.